Golden State Media Concepts presents the GSMC Classics series with episodes of some of your favorites from a day gone by, a time gone by. Join us as we time travel to some of your classic favorites from yesteryear. The GSMC Podcast Network invites you to sit back, relax, and enjoy the GSMC Classics series on the Golden State Media Concepts Podcast Network.
Buck Rogers in the 25th century.
Buck Rogers is on the air, brought to you by the makers of Popsicle, Fudgicle, and Creamsicle, those delicious frozen confections on a stick. And now a message from the famous winner of the typical American boy contest, Popsicle Pete.
Hello, everybody. Say, I just finished a game of table tennis. Boy, what a fast game. You should see my set. It's a honey.
And you can get a table tennis set free, just like Pete. Yes, table tennis and lots of other wonderful presents, just for saving bags from delicious Popsicle, Fudgicle, and Creamsicle. Listen to these gifts. A real movie camera, a wallet, roller skates, wristwatch, beautiful jewelry, a sleeping doll, fishing tackle. And that's only a few. So you'd better start saving bags right now. Enjoy genuine Popsicle, Fudgicle, or Creamsicle on a handy stick every day. They taste wonderful. Help to make you strong, too, because they're made from choice, fresh, healthful ingredients. The biggest nickel's worth anywhere.
Hey, kids, get a free Popsicle gift list from your ice cream store. Tells you how many bags to save for the presents you want. And there's a free coupon with that list worth 10 bags to get you started.
Well, now let's see. Kane and Ardale, you remember, have established a headquarters at the ruins of ancient Philadelphia, and to put back Barney under the psychic restriction ray. Buck and Wilma, meanwhile, have returned to Dr. Hewer's laboratory to install a gyrocosmic relativator on their ship. However, as they were about to make the installation, But let's pick up the story at that point. Okay? Then here we go, 500 years into the future.
Will you open the door, please, Wilma, so I can carry this relativator out to the ship?
Surely, Buck.
Suppose I go with you to make sure you install it properly.
I wish you would, Doctor.
There you are, Buck.
Thanks. Oh, look.
What?
Well, yes. And it's coming right down here.
What's so fast? Who's at the controls?
Whoever it is, he's going to crack up.
Then look out.
Get back, Wilma. Here he comes.
Look out! Look. A rocket roadster. And look who was in it.
Willie.
Good heavens. What was he doing trying to fly this rocket roadster?
Here, help me get him free of this wreck.
Yes, by all means.
Willie, listen to me, Willie.
Here, I'll carry him into your laboratory, Doctor.
Yes, Buck. I'll clear off a table to lay him on.
Buck, is he still alive?
Sure he's alive, but that was a nasty crack-up.
Here now, Buck. You can lay him right down here on this table.
Right, sir. There he is.
Quick, Wilma. Plug in the healing ray while Buck and I pull it over here.
Yes, sir.
Buck, you hold the projection lens steady while I move it.
Go ahead, Doctor.
It's all plugged in, Doctor.
Yeah, and it's in position over our little patient.
Oh, dear, I hope he isn't badly hurt. Poor little fellow.
Turn it on, Buck.
Yes, sir. But now, Doctor.
Yes?
What can this healing ray do for him? He's unconscious.
You seem to forget that an incidental function of this ray is stimulation of certain nerve centers. Buck.
Oh, yes?
Go out and look at that roadster and see what its identification number is.
Its identification number? What'll that tell us, Doctor?
Go quickly.
Oh, but I don't see... Oh, sure. Yes, sir.
Would it help to splash a little water on his face, Doctor?
Well, it might, Wilma. Suppose you get some.
Yes, sir.
Willie. Wake up, Willie.
Here now.
Just a little bit on his forehead. Yeah, that's it.
Poor little fellow. What I can't understand is why he was trying to pilot that rocket roadster. Sure, he never handled one alone before.
Dr. Hewer.
Yes, Buck?
The plane Willie busted up out there is the same one Ardela was seen in, flying away from this laboratory.
Yeah.
You know, right after she and Kane escaped from the prison here in Niagara.
What?
I was afraid of that. So without question, Black Barney's in their hands. And if that doesn't complicate the job of finding him, I don't know what I'm talking about.
How's Willie coming along, Doctor? Healing ray doing him any good?
I don't know, Buck. He hasn't shown any sign of responding to its effect as yet.
He's got to, Doctor. Oh, dear, I don't know what I'd do if anything would have happened to him.
Wouldn't it be better if we were to take him right over to the medical center?
I'm afraid to move him until we're sure that the healing ray is enough. And the important thing in a case like this is immediate treatment. Moving him would only mean a dangerous delay.
Poor little fellow.
Surely Barney wouldn't have let him hop off alone like that.
Oh, never, Buck. I'm sure of it. No matter what happened, Barney would never do anything that might place Willie in danger.
Yeah, you're right. Barney has devoted his whole life to caring for this boy.
They've been through some tough times together since Barney first picked him up. And always Barney's done everything possible to keep Willie from harm.
They're such a strange combination, Doctor.
Yeah.
How'd they ever happen to pair up together?
Well, it was right after the Mongol invasion of all our principal American cities, Buck.
Yeah?
Barney was an air pirate at the time, going around bombing and ransacking municipal storehouses.
I see.
And in the course of his travels, he stopped at what was left of Denver. There he found only one survivor, Willie. Not knowing what else to do with him, he pulled him into his rocket plane and took him along. And they've been together ever since.
Doctor, we've got to do something more for Willie.
Wait, Wilma.
Mr. Barney.
Willie.
Mr. Barney.
Poor kid.
Hey, Willie, easy, Willie. Mr. Barney isn't here, but we'll take care of you. Now, just lie still. Lie still and rest.
But I want...
Yes, dear.
I want Mr. Barney.
You just lie still, as Dr. Hewer told you to. We'll get Mr. Barney for you as soon as we can.
You bet we will.
Where are you going, Buck?
To install a gyrocosmic relativator on our ship for immediate use.
Oh.
But I want Mr... Oh, Lieutenant Wilmer.
That's right, Willie. You just lie still a minute until you feel better.
And Dr. Hewer.
Hello, Willie. Well, how do you feel now?
Pretty good, but where did Mr. Barney go?
Don't you know?
Me?
Yes, Willie. Where did you leave Mr. Barney?
Oh, well, Kane.
Yes.
Killer Kane and Ardela took him.
Yes?
In a rocket plane. They took him away.
Yes? Yes, Willie?
Wait, Wilma. And Willie, you lie still for another minute and just look up at the healing ray.
Yes, sir.
Real quietly now. That's the boy.
How is he now, Doctor? Okay?
Wait, Buck. I'm afraid we let him overexert himself.
Oh.
I want him to get a little more of this healing ray before we talk with him further.
Oh, sure. But have you found out anything at all from him?
Kane and Ardela are involved in this, all right, Buck. Got the relativator installed?
Yes, sir. I set it right next to the metallic glass window in the rocket exhaust line.
That's right. You know, it's the light from the rocket exhaust that activates the relativator.
Mm-hmm.
Good. With that thing on board, we'll get somewhere.
Oh, thank goodness for that. It's about time we started getting somewhere, too.
Yes. Well, Willie. Now, how do you feel now?
All right, I guess.
That's the stuff.
Only my head hurts a little bit.
Well, I should think it would, Willie.
Oh, hello, Captain Rogers.
Hello. You've got a lump on your head there the size of an egg.
Have I? Honest?
Honest to goodness. Why, Willie, that's a bump to be really proud of.
I wonder what Mr. Barney'd say if he saw it. He'd probably think I was going to die or something.
Yes, sir, Willie, he probably would.
Well, you sound as though you're feeling pretty good now, Willie. Now, let's turn off the ray and let you sit in that easy chair there so we can talk to you. Here now.
Oh, I can walk all right, Dr.
No,
Hewer.
sir, you're going to let me carry you. Now, here we go. Up there.
Say, this is like Mr. Barney carries me sometimes.
That's so? Now, here. There. Now, you just sit tight here.
Sure you feel all right now?
Oh, sure, I feel fine. Say, this is some bump on my head, isn't it?
It certainly is.
Yes, sir. You want to feel it, Doctor?
No, thank you. But now, Willie,
Yes, Doctor?
don't you know where Mr. Barney is?
Yes, Willie. And what under the sun happened to you two after we radioed for you to come back here to Niagara?
Well, we started back all right because Mr. Barney knew you wanted the gyrocosmic relative.
Yeah?
But all of a sudden, the door on one of the lockers there in our control cabin popped open, and out came Killer Kane.
Buck, I knew it.
So, he stowed away on board your ship, huh?
Yes, sir. And he had a rocket pistol, so Mr. Barney had to steer wherever he wanted to go.
And where was that?
We kept flying straight southeast, until we came to the old ruins of Philadelphia.
Uh-huh. And if I remember correctly, that's where Professor Smith once had his headquarters. Professor Smith, the mad scientist.
Yes, sir, Captain Rogers, before he set up headquarters on the moon.
And, did you land there? At the ruins of ancient Philadelphia?
Well, we landed near there, Captain. You see, Miss Ardale had already come over in the rocket roadster I just busted up, and she was waiting for us.
Yeah? So?
Well then, Mr. Kane made Mr. Barney and Ardale get on board our ship, and he made me get into the roadster, and he told me to... Oh, here, I almost forgot.
Forgot what, Willie?
This note he gave me to bring along.
Note?
Yeah. Here, Captain Rogers, it's for you.
Oh, let's see.
What does it say, Buck?
My dear friend Rogers.
Yes.
We are looking forward to a visit by you and Wilma at our new headquarters, if you can find them. Signed Killer Kane and Ardela.
Buck, we've got to find that pair if it's the last thing we do on Earth.
Yes, but if I know that pair, you may have to go far beyond Earth to find them.
Right. But, Willie,
Yes, sir?
where did Kane and Ardela go after they gave you this note to deliver?
Well, I don't know, Captain. I got in the roadster right away and started back here.
Well, did they take off in the big ship?
Well, I don't even know that, sir. I'm not very used to flying, you see, and I had to keep my eye on the controls all the time,
Yeah?
so I didn't dare try to look back at them, too.
Yeah, I see.
But what made you crack up out here the way you did?
Well, I guess it was because I tried to do a fancy landing like Mr. Barney does, I guess, and I guess my hand must have slipped a little bit on the control lever.
Well, whatever it was, you certainly came down with a terrific bump.
Well, I'm all right now. I feel
I
fine.
hope so.
Only just you wait till I get my hands on Mr. Kane for taking my Mr. Barney away from me. Yes, sir.
No, sir. You'd better take it easy for a while.
Yes, Willie, I think the best thing you can do is to take a nice little rest over at the medical center.
Oh, now, Doctor. Yes, I guess that is a good idea, isn't it?
Oh, is it?
Well, sure. They treat you fine over there.
Oh, Willie, I thought that the last time you were over there, when you sprained your ankle or whatever it was, you wanted to get out.
Well, that was because I wanted to be with Mr. Barney. But with him not here, well, maybe I'd better just rest up until I feel all right again.
I thought you weren't feeling as well as you pretended.
Oh, you know how it is, Lieutenant Wilmer. We men don't like to admit it when we aren't feeling so good. You know how it is.
Sure I do, you old rascal.
You're nice, Lieutenant.
Well, now, look here, Willie.
Yes, Captain?
On this scrap of paper, I've drawn a rough map of the ruins of ancient Philadelphia and all the surrounding territory.
Uh-huh. That's a pretty good map, Captain.
Yeah?
That's just what it looks like.
Well, can you show me where you and Barney and Kane set down your ship to meet Ardela?
Well, sure. Let me see. It was right about here.
Mm-hmm. A little west of the actual ruins, huh?
Yes, sir.
And which way was the ship facing when it lay there?
Well, this way, toward the east.
Toward the ruins of the city.
Yes, only I don't know if that's the way they flew when they took off.
Oh, that's all right. With the gas analyzer we've got aboard our cruiser, we'll find that out in jig time.
Unless there's been too much delay and the wind's blown the rocket trail away.
Oh, we'll have to take that chance. And with a relativator aboard, we can get down there in just a few minutes. Come on, Wilma. Let's get underway.
Right. You coming too, Doctor?
No, I must try to dig up more impenetrites for making more gyrocosmic relativators. We know their importance now, and I want to make more of them as quickly as possible.
Right. Come on, Wilma.
Don't use too much speed, Buck, just because you have a relativator. You'll be flying fairly low over that short distance, and you'll get lots of atmospheric friction.
Right, sir.
Goodbye, Captain, Lieutenant.
Bye, Willie.
Bye, Willie.
Boy, look at that takeoff.
Yes, Willie. They certainly make a fast one with that relativator, but now let you and me go over to the medical center.
Oh, I don't think I need to go now, Doctor. I feel much better.
Do you?
Yes, sir. Now that I know Captain Rogers and Lieutenant Wilmer are going to bring my Mr. Barney back to me.
Of course they are.
Well, I hope Willie and Dr. Hugh are right. But if I know Kane and Ardela, Buck and Wilma won't have any easy job of it.
Gee, I never got so many letters in my whole life as I got now in one day. You should see all the kids that write me and say, thanks, Pete, for the camera, or thanks for the sleeping doll, or the wristwatch, or fishing tackle, or whatever other presents they got for popsicle bags. Gosh, they're wonderful presents. You can even get a movie camera. And all you do is save bags from popsicle, fudgicle, and creamsicle.
It's a great way to get free presents, isn't it? Just save up bags from the swellest tasting confections you can eat. Try a great big juicy popsicle today, made from fresh fruit flavor. That's why they taste so extra delicious.
And do they last?
A double portion popsicle on a handy stick costs only 5 cents. The biggest 5 cents worth anywhere and the purest.
Buck Rogers in the 25th century.
Buck Rogers is on the air, brought to you by the makers of Popsicle, Fudgicle, and Creamsicle, those delicious frozen confections on a stick. And now a message from the famous winner of the typical American boy contest, Popsicle Pete.
Hello, everybody. Do you know how many kids got popsicle presents today? 1,220. Say, maybe you were one of them. Doesn't it feel like Christmas when that package comes? And all you do to get one is save bags from Popsicle, Fudgicle, and Creamsicle. What presents you get? A wristwatch, camera, field glasses, a wallet, a punching bag, sleeping dolls. Hundreds of gifts, all free. Ask your ice cream man for a free gift list. Tells you how many bags you need for each present.
And don't forget the coupon that comes with that gift list.
I should say not. That coupon is worth 10 bags.
You'll find valuable gift bags on every genuine Popsicle, Fudgicle, and Creamsicle. Those great, big, delicious confections frozen on a stick. Only 5 cents each. And you can't beat that value. A great, big, wholesome, refreshing, swell-tasting Popsicle, Fudgicle, or Creamsicle made by your ice cream maker right in town for only a nickel.
Save those bags, kids.
Now, Kane and Ardaly, remember, are preparing to send Black Barney out from their new headquarters to obtain supplies. Buck and Wilma, meanwhile, have set out to pick up Barney's rocket trail with a gas analyzer, leaving Dr. Hewer and Willie at the old scientist's laboratory immediately after Buck and Wilma have left. Now, here we go, 500 years into the future.
Yes, sir. I certainly hope Captain Rogers and Lieutenant Wilma find Mr. Barney now.
They should, Willie. They not only have a gas analyzer aboard their speed cruiser, with which they can pick up his rocket trail, but a gyrocosmic relativator as well.
That gyrocosmic thing is what made him go so fast when they took off, isn't it?
Yes, sir. They attained their maximum cruising speed immediately, without any loss of time for pickup.
Boy, that's some invention.
Well, it's worked out even better than I expected. Now, but how are you feeling now, Willie?
Well, I'm feeling fine now, Dr. Hewer. Only, I'm afraid I couldn't walk very well, though.
You certainly had a bad crack up in that rocket roadster.
I know it.
Well, the ambulance from the medical center will be here in a few minutes, and... Willie.
Yes, sir?
I have an idea. And I believe it's one that'll throw Kane and Ardale completely off their guard.
Well, what is your idea, Dr. Hewer?
If that pair are as clever as I think they are, they'll be on the lookout for any radio messages that'll indicate we're searching for them.
Oh, sure they will.
Furthermore, they're probably very much interested in knowing whether you got here all right with that message to Buck.
Well, sure they are, Doctor, only I don't see...
Exactly why my little plan should work. I'll get in touch with Central Radio Bureau immediately.
Oh, I see. And have them send out a call for Mr. Barney.
No, Willie. We mustn't let it be known that Barney's missing, unless it becomes absolutely necessary. After all, you know, he's Prime Minister of Mars, and he's a pretty important person.
Sure he is, Doctor. He's very important. That's why Killer Kane wanted to get hold of him.
Yes. Now, you wait. I'll put through this call. That'll give Buck and Wilma some help in locating Barney. Calling Central Radio Bureau. This is Dr. Hewer calling Central Radio Bureau.
What happened to Miss Ardela, huh? She's in a little room off this laboratory, Barney, trying to dry out the radio you brought in from the rocket plane.
Oh, on account of I got it wet coming through the falls that hides the door to this place, huh?
That's right. Don't worry about her.
Well, I wasn't. But there's another radio on the ship, you know. I only brought in a portable one.
And as soon as it's dried out, it'll be all we need.
Well, now, listen, Kate.
Well?
Me and you and all the rest of us know that the only reason I'm willing to work for you is because you put me under the cycle description rate.
So?
Well, it's all right. And I'm going to stick with you and all that sort of stuff. So you don't need to worry about nothing. But listen.
Yes?
Didn't you say something about me going out to pick up a lot of supplies and stuff for us?
You're right. And as long as it has become dark outside, there's no reason why you can't leave right away.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. Now, just what kind of stuff do you want me to get?
Everything you can lay your hands on that can possibly be of use to us. And if you pick one up and haul it back here on the magnetic grapples of your ship without attracting undue attention...
I know, a gyrocosmic thing.
Dolt. The only gyrocosmic relativator in existence is the one we have here.
Oh, yeah.
No, Barney. We need a fast, well-armed fighting cruiser.
Okay, I'll get it.
Disintegrators, rocket pistols and guns, non-recoil energy projectors, a thermic radiation projector if you can find one.
Well, that sends out a heat ray, don't it?
That's right.
Yeah.
A paralysis ray. Get anything that you can lay your hands on. Now, in order to successfully carry through our campaign against Rogers, we've got to have enough equipment to stand off a space army.
Well, just you leave it to me, and I'll get plenty of stuff.
Well, see that you do.
But do I have to do it all at night?
Yes. At least until we find out more about what Rogers and his friends are doing toward finding you.
But I thought you thought nobody'd know I was gone outside of Niagara.
Until we know that definitely, you'd best make your raids at night and on small cities. And take only a little from each one.
Okay.
And above all, don't stop anywhere near Niagara. And probably the best place for you to begin is out west of here. Avoid any rocket ships you may see along the way, too.
Yeah, Kane, I'll do that. And all at night.
Absolutely. Unless,
Unless what?
It might be a good plan for you to stop in, say, the small Midwestern towns in broad daylight.
Huh?
In spite of the fact you're the Martian Prime Minister.
Yeah.
You're well enough known down here on Earth to walk into a small town and get most anything you want, just for the asking. Provided, of course, the people would have no reason to suspect you're working for me.
Yeah, but for the time being, I think I better get the stuff on the sly like you said it first.
Yes, I guess so. Now, let's get out to the ship so you can take off.
Okay, Chief. You got a force ray so as to push away the waterfall that's outside the door, huh?
Yeah, right here. Come along.
Yeah. Well, that water certainly covers up the entrance of our headquarters, don't it?
Perfectly. Now be ready to jump through it when I turn on this force ray.
All ready? Okay. Come on. All right. Yes, sir. Anybody could come down here in Smitty's old headquarters and poke around, and hey, they'd never know there was a laboratory back there.
Well, let's go on through this corridor and up to the ground level of the ship.
Yeah.
You left a passage through the pile of dirt covering the ship so we can get through it, didn't you?
Sure. Don't you see it there?
Good. Then you can get aboard and take off right away. Get in, Bonnie.
Okay, Chief.
And remember, carefully avoid any ships you may spot flying around. If anything happens to you to cramp your act, or if anybody becomes suspicious of what you're doing, you ought to forget that you ever saw me or know where I am.
Chief, you ain't got a thing to worry about. Just you leave everything to me. I got it all organized out as to what I'm going to do, and I'll be back in a few hours with all the weapons and stuff you could want.
Fine.
Hey, see? Now, first thing I'll do is turn on this here now radio in here.
And keep it on all the time you're in the air.
Yeah.
All right, Bonnie.
Radio Bureau,
Close your metal door and...
General call from Central Radio Bureau.
Listen.
Yeah, I wonder what it is.
All stations are ordered to be on the lookout for Willie, well-known protege of Black Barney, Prime Minister of Mars.
Hey!
Quiet.
The only clue as to his whereabouts is a small piece of his flying jacket found beside a badly wrecked air roadster in a lonely field, northeast of Niagara.
Perfect.
All available citizens are urged to aid in the search for Willie. That is all.
Bonnie, that's exactly what I wanted to know.
You mean that Willie didn't get there to deliver the note to Captain Rogers?
No. It shows that because of your position as Prime Minister of Mars, they don't dare broadcast word of your disappearance.
Oh.
Yeah, we've nothing to fear. Now keep clear of Niagara, and you can work in broad daylight. Do anything you want.
Yes, sir.
So go to it, Bonnie. The field is yours. Oh, and be sure you keep the rocket dampener hooked in to change your ship's rocket trail.
Okay, Chief. Here I go.
Wait, Wilma. Let's get the rest of this message.
Okay, Buck.
All available citizens are urged to aid in the search for Willie. That is all.
Good. Good for Dr. Hewer.
You think he had them broadcast that message, Buck?
Sure. In the hopes that Kane and Ardela would pick it up and think they're safe as long as they stay clear of Niagara.
But why wasn't anything said of Barney?
You don't make it public when the Prime Minister of a neighboring planet has disappeared. You'd have a nice interplanetary situation on your hands.
Oh, I see.
Sure, and if Barney's with Kane and Ardela, all the looking that needs to be done is for them.
Yep. Thank goodness this rocket trail is holding out so well.
I guess the wind hasn't blown it around so badly after all.
And as Willie told us, we're still headed in the general That's Dr. Hewer calling us.
Yeah, on the confidential wavelength. I'll take it.
Dr. Hewer calling.
Hello, Doctor?
Have you found Barney's rocket trail all right, Buck?
Yes, sir. and we're bearing down on it as fast as we can, sir.
Well, don't try to travel too fast. Remember, you're flying pretty low, and too much speed will create dangerous atmospheric friction.
Yes, sir. And, Doctor?
Yes?
The trail is still leading us toward the ruins of ancient Philadelphia.
And, of course, Kane and Ardela may have left that region just as soon as they sent Willie on with us in the rocket roadster.
Probably. But at any rate, we're on a hot trail, and the wind doesn't seem to have done it much damage.
Good.
Hello, Doctor.
Hello, Wilma.
Doctor, that was a great idea to send out the message about Willie.
Well, I hope it does us some good. Kane's a mighty clever chap, you know.
Entirely too clever.
In fact, I shouldn't be at all surprised to have him discover this confidential wavelength we usually use.
Oh, hardly, Doctor, unless he digs out the plans of the receivers you've built.
But now, look here, Buck.
Yes?
I've called you because I probably won't be able to get in touch with you again for some time.
Huh? Oh, why not, Doctor?
Well, I'm going out to Omaha to call on Elmo.
Oh.
You remember him?
Oh, sure do. He's the chap we rescued from that little planetoid that lies out in space, just beyond the orbit of Mars.
Uh-huh. And as head of the city of Omaha, he's doing a splendid job.
Be sure to remember us to him.
I'll be glad to. As you've no doubt guessed, I want to see him regarding a possible source of impenetrite ore in his vicinity.
Oh, good stuff. And don't worry about us. With this rocket trail holding out so well, we'll have Kane and Ardela and Barney back in Niagara before you know it.
Well, I hope so. Good luck.
Thanks. Signing off.
Signing off.
Well.
Look, Buck. We're nearing the ruins of old Philadelphia.
Then I'll cut down the power. Funny, the trail doesn't drop down toward the ground now, toward wherever they stopped to let Willie off.
Yes. I wonder...
Keep an eye on the dials now, and... Whoa! Here's where they stopped, all right.
Good.
Thing to do now is pick up the trail they left when they started off again.
Sure, and it shouldn't be so hard to find with this gyrocosmic relativator to start us off.
Right. We'll just start a quick circle. Look on the gas analyzer dial.
Yep, we're on it all right.
Yes, sir, and this is the trail that'll lead us straight to Killer Kane and Ardela, or my name is... Wilma.
What's the matter?
It's gone.
What?
The trail is completely stopped.
Yes, the trail is gone. Because of the way Kane threw in a rocket dampener when he made that trail with Barney's ship, they'll never pick it up again.
Did you get any popsicle presents yet? If you never let a day go by without saving popsicle, fudgicle, or creamsicle bags, you watch those bags pile up. Before you know it, you'll have enough for a fountain pen or table tennis, a wallet or a Buck Rogers telescope, games, books, lots of things. Get everybody eating popsicle, fudgicle, and creamsicle, and they can give you their bags.
Just get Mom and Dad to try a creamsicle and see how fast they buy more. Everybody loves a genuine creamsicle. That great big chunk of delicious ice cream on a stick, thickly coated with wonderful fresh fruit flavors or creamy chocolate fudge. And look how much you get for a nickel. Pure, wholesome ingredients, too, full of the energy we all need. It makes my mouth water just to think about a creamsicle. Be sure you get a real creamsicle with the name printed right on the bag. It's the United States registered trademark, and it stands for top quality.
You've been listening to the GSMC Classics series, part of the Golden State Media Concepts Podcast Network. Follow us at www.gsmcpodcast.com and find all of our timeless programming by typing GSMC Classics into any podcast app, including Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, SoundCloud, Stitcher, and more. Remember to subscribe to the GSMC Classics series podcasts of your choice to stay up to date on new episodes. And if you could take a minute to give us a nice review, that really helps us to get this ageless programming out to others who would enjoy it just as much as you have. Check out all of our GSMC Classics series podcasts. Whether you're in the mood for comedy, romance, adventure, history, science fiction, horror, or anything in between, the GSMC Classics series has you covered. Thank you, and we hope you have enjoyed today's program on the Golden State Media Concepts Podcast Network.